Welcome, everyone, to the first official episode of the Jungle Hour that'll be uploaded
Exciting.
for feedback for content creation, just to see how things are going. My name is Braden. I am a Canadian who formerly did the program at Disney twice. Lindsay, I'll let you take your turn.
I'm Lynn. I've done the Disney College program twice.
Mm-hmm. You did it for far longer though.
Oh, yay.
Your programs are what, 8 months or something like that?
Kinda, yeah. I termed my first program, and then my second program, I was there for almost a year, so
Wait, at what point did you term your first program then?
I was 3 months in. No. Not even. I was 2 months in.
Oh
No, wait.
wow.
No,
Oh my,
three. Sorry.
three.
I had to
For
think.
we're gonna
Math is
stick with
hard.
three. We're gonna stick with
Yeah,
three.
stick with
Okay,
three.
we're gonna stick with three. Wow, so you basically did a CEP and a DCP
Pretty
because a
much,
CEP
yeah.
is 3 months on average.
That's so short.
I know. Well, I mean that's the visas. Like that's out of
Yeah.
Disney's control. But for the first episode that's gonna get uploaded, the whole podcast won't be Disney focused. We're gonna jump
No.
from Disney to personal interest to big topics that are trending, just to stay with the times. But to begin the podcast, we are going to do a little system, a little tier listing of ranking all the rides and shows that are at Magic Kingdom
Oh, yeah.
from S, flawless, all the way down to F, which is simply avoid riding it.
Yeah.
hmm So I've created this handy little organized list of, I think it's 32 different 32 different rides or shows. I included things like the train that goes around the park because I know people literally ride it as a ride, and there's
Yeah.
attractions throughout it. And a couple former rides like the original Splash Mountain and Stitch's Greatest Escape.
Mhm.
But yeah, um,
We're gonna have
Lynn,
some
I think
fun.
oh yeah, we're gonna have a grand old time. And if you don't agree with our opinion on this list, you're wrong, unfortunately.
Yeah. 100% wrong.
hmm So, Lynn, what is your opinion on the train that circles all of Magic Kingdom?
Okay. So, I think it's very useful to get around the park
hmm
using the train. The only thing I would say about it, it's not like a necessity for me to ride. It's pretty much like, "Oh, it's too hot. I just wanna chill and just relax, like, I'll take the train." But my issue is if you are using it to get from one side of the park to the other, I hate how they make everyone load into one row if it's, like, a busy time, because then
hmm
if you gotta get out, it's like, Hey, guys,
hmm
I gotta get out," and it's just kinda, like, awkward.
hmm
I don't know,
I've
but
had
I like it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I've had a good amount of times riding it where you have that one person in the front row who wants to get their phone and they want to lean super far over top, and they're basically hanging outside of the train, and
Yeah.
you hear the poor cast member on the loudspeaker saying things like, hey guys, everyone
Stop.
needs to keep all hands and feet inside the ride. And like the first two times you know who they're talking about if they're in your car,
Mhm.
and then the third time the cast member is just like, hey buddy, move back, and you almost want to intervene. it's
Yeah.
it's a nuisance, I swear.
It reminds me of the Kilimanjaro safari at Animal Kingdom because there's real live animals, people
Oh
wanna
yeah.
take
Oh yeah.
pictures,
hmm
but the worst is when they say, "Hey, everyone, please sit down," and it's like a little
hmm
kid, and you obviously see who it is, and you're like, "Okay, sit down." Like, if I heard
hmm
that as a parent, I would be so embarrassed, I'd be like, "Timmy, sit your ass down." But they just kinda,
so
like, don't care.
So, Lynn, if you have a boy, you're gonna have to name him Timmy, or you're gonna avoid calling him Timmy now.
Oh, I don't wanna name him Timmy. You know how there's, like, Karens?
Oh, is Timmy your Karen, but for a boy?
No, like Timmy is like a kid Karen.
A kid male Karen.
Yeah. Like it's like a kid like
Uh huh. I see what you're saying.
I don't know how to describe it, but yeah.
No, it's like a little snot nosed brat that you just can't deal with.
Yeah,
Okay, but I
pretty
do
much.
agree. I think it's good for like if you need to get from, especially if you were at Big Thunder and you were
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh, I have a Tron Lightning Lane. or virtual queue, I got to get over there. I think it's good that you can immediately get to Storybook Circus and it doesn't feel like that long.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking? I'm kind of putting it at the good ride because it's
Oh,
not great.
okay.
There's not a ton with it, but
I
maybe might ride. I'm
I
between
was
these
gonna
two.
I personally would rank it as might ride just because it's not something I do like every trip where it's like, oh, I gotta seek it out. Like it's to me, it's like might ride. And I'm not gonna lie, ever since they reopened the train since COVID, they were redoing it and everything, I've only
Hmm.
done it once. And I've been
I
to Magic
think
Kingdom a bunch of times and I've only done it once.
yeah, as cast members with that free entry perk,
Mm,
you definitely go more often than you realize.
yeah.
I think across 2 summers, one of those summers working at Magic Kingdom, I probably went on the train 3 times, but only one time did I ride an entire circuit. Okay,
That makes
so I
sense.
like this. C might ride.
Yeah.
Okay. Next on the list is oh, I never even said this. So I organized these based off of how I would walk around the park. I
Okay.
know that there's two answers, the same with Epcot. It's either you start in Mexico or you start in Canada. I always go left to Adventureland after Main Street.
Hmm.
And I know so many people will argue with me and say, no, you start in space,
No.
Tomorrowland. That's how you
No.
begin. Are you an Adventureland person?
Yeah, because there has been, I think, like an article or something like that where they actually noticed more people would head over to Tomorrowland because Space Mountain is there,
Hmm.
which is like a bigger ride, draws in more people, versus if you go to Adventureland, like it's less people going that way.
I wonder to see if this, like, if I can find this article because that's
Yeah.
interesting. The best
Like
way
I've
to walk
heard
around
of it
Disney
before.
World. Oh, that's a lot of words. Okay, we're just
Oh,
not going to show this.
that's
Okay,
like when
maybe
you read a recipe and they tell you their life story. It's like, no.
it's nice that your grandma gave you this recipe before she passed away, but just how many cups of
Sugar.
flour? Yeah,
Yeah.
how much sugar do I need? Yeah, I think Adventureland's the best, but it's also because I'm my favorite
Skipper.
ride is without a doubt Jungle Cruise. So I favor that above everything else.
If I knew we were doing this, I would have wore the matching shirt.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's fine. It's fine. You're forgiven for this episode. But
Thanks.
okay, so first attraction. I'm not going to say ride. First attraction you can get to at Adventureland is Swiss Family Treehouse. This one is fun, but I've been to the one at Disneyland and it's kind of upsetting how at Disney World, every single thing that could be a moving article, whether it's water powered or it's supposed to look like steam of some sort,
Hmm.
they just have never fixed it. Like it's almost
Oh.
just like a stale object.
Wait, at Disneyland or Disney
No,
World?
no, no. Sorry. Disney World is completely static,
Okay.
but it should have moving parts. Like you can very
Right.
easily tell this is something that moves, this is something that rotates, this is something that, lifts up and down, or if it's an animal, it flaps its
Yeah.
wings. They just have nothing like that. It's kind of
Interesting.
upsetting. So, like, I kind of lost interest in it. What about you?
Confession.
You
I've never done that. I'm a Florida native. I've been to Disney since I was a baby and I have never done that in my life.
you've never been on Swiss Family?
No.
That's
Never.
actually kind of surprising to hear.
I know. Like
Because
I want to do it, like it's on my Disney bucket list, but then I heard it's just like Stairs the ride. And if I wanted to do Stairs the ride, I would go to the gym and do the Stairmaster.
Yeah, because
Like
at least that's a controlled environment, and there's not brats that are like running up and down, and like parents that
Timmy's.
are like, "Oh, sorry." Yeah, there's no Timmys. Uh, okay, I think for the Disney World equivalent, I'm not a fan of it.
All right. I mean,
Hmm.
I can't really give my opinion on that. I mean, for me, I guess it would be F, avoiding, because I've never. But you know what? D's a good option there.
Yeah. Now here's the other one that coming up next is my avoid riding. It's the damn carpets, Aladdin's carpets, right out front of Aloha Isle.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the sheer like like vein popping anger or
Mhm.
annoyance I get when, because I formerly worked at Aloha Isle,
Yeah.
and one of the positions was a greeter, which would just be one of the poles out front. And it's a good position because you don't feel stressed. You're answering a couple questions, you're pointing people in the right direction. Like, it's not a bad position,
Mhm.
but the sheer nuisance of hearing these hydraulic or whatever arms moving up and down and like,
No.
you start to think, how have I only been standing here for 20 minutes and I've heard this go on and on and on.
I would hate that. That would be my own personal hell. I
Mm-hmm.
have like this fear of animatronics moving. Like if I can hear the whirring sounds from the mechanics inside, I can't.
Oh. Oh, so if it's like really outdated and you can hear the pistons and all that stuff?
Yeah, so like one time I went to Country Bears with my mom and we
Mm-hmm.
sat like right underneath where they have it, like the moose, like right above the exit door, and I could hear it the whole entire show and I was like, "Get me out of here. Please, get me out."
The bite of what year was that?
87.
No, no,
Oh,
you, for you, the joke is the bite of 87. What was yours?
I want to say it was like 2021,
So that
2022.
so so Jamboree, it was the crunch of 22. The moose
Yeah.
just took a big snap out of Lynn's frontal lobe.
Five Nights at Country Bears.
Okay, but back to Aladdin. I'm gonna put it, if you agree with me, I'm gonna put it at avoid riding simply because I have PTSD of this thing.
I've never done it, so it goes under avoid riding for me too.
I swear. Okay, we're gonna have a counter of rides Lynn hasn't done. So far, we're at two.
Too.
Next on the list is something that I truly enjoy. It's the Tiki Room. There's nothing more peaceful than the music and the animatronics. It's also like one of the last ride, or not rides, shows that
Yeah.
Walt Disney himself was able to be a part of and kind of like, say what he had a vision for. I know some people think it's just a nuisance of a ride or
Hmm.
show.
To me, I like it. Like, it's a great way to beat the heat, or
Mm-hmm.
if it's raining, like, it's a great way to stay dry.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the animatronic sounds, depending on where I'm sitting, like, I can't sit, like, right underneath where all the birds are, like, I have to sit
Oh
towards
yeah.
the back. But I do love the features of how it'll rain during the show, the
Mm-hmm.
thunder, the volcano, like, I love that aspect, plus it's air conditioned, so to me, this is probably a might ride or a good ride.
Okay.
I would
Might
actually
ride or good.
say a good ride for me personally.
I'll take it as good ride too, because I almost wish it was a little longer.
Yeah.
I feel like the story is like they wake up, the the girl birds and the plants sing, and then it turns into like hey and it's like super intense out of nowhere, and then
Yeah,
you're out, and then you're like, oh man.
that was it. And I
Yeah,
feel like
and then you're pushed into this small like area right outside, and it's so cleverly designed that it's, oh, you're out in the heat. Well, guess what? You can get a Dole Whip.
yeah. I was gonna say I really don't like the exit because it feels like you're just pushed out onto that area and it's
Hmm.
so crowded already. And another thing I don't like about it is it takes forever to wait for this. I don't
Well,
know. I think it's because you're standing in one spot. At least I
hmm
feel like with other queues, you're either constantly moving or you're like shuffling at a snail's pace. But with this one, you're
hmm
just kind of like standing there until they let you in.
hmm
But I
but
also
there's a
feel
cute
that goes for any show too.
but there's a cute pre-show, like the little
I
thing,
do like
the door
that.
opens.
That's
That's a fun
cute.
part. And they're just, I think it's well written. That's
Yeah.
the other part. It doesn't feel like it's comedy for when it was made. It's kind of just like good humor.
Hmm. It's like a
Next
good
on the
time.
Oh, absolutely. Next on the list, I'm not gonna let you say otherwise. Jungle Cruise. That's S, baby. That's S. You got animals. You got elephants, snakes. You got
Water.
monkeys. You got gorillas. you have like basically the whole Lion King movie in one scene, and
Yeah.
you have Pride Rock. If you get a good skipper, which in my opinion 9 out of 10 times happens, you just have a good laugh and they find the right joke. I've had, I think, more than half. Okay, I think 40% of the time I enjoyed my skipper. 10% of the time I was like, okay, they're not my humor because they're like, I feel like they're riffing off of Amy Schumer or like another actress that I'm just not a fan of their laughing style. But then the other 50% of the time, they are so good that I double check their name tag. I say they're this name from this place. I thank them. I get off the boat and I open up the app and I say cast recognition. This guy rocks.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. They just mm,
Out of the water.
out of the water. Well, we don't want out of the water. We want
Oh,
to
well,
stay in the
yeah.
water.
But like
Yeah,
they blow you out of the water like if if they were like so amazing.
exactly. They really do. It's also kind of funny how it's not the exact same. Like
Hmm.
one easy thing for a theme park would just be, okay, we have a ride that works in one park. We're just
Right.
going to copy the layout and we're going to copy the architecture and put it in another area, like another
Hmm.
park. But when you compare this one to the one in Disneyland, it's a different track. They don't have the temple. They have piranhas and a gun.
Oh,
So that's crazy. Yeah. You'd
that's
think that'd be the
wild.
one in Florida, but no. Yeah, they wild out there. My bad. My bad.
You're not
You
wrong.
you're from Florida. You tell me.
Yeah.
Is it crazy to assume the gun one isn't in Florida?
I would honestly be surprised if it wasn't here. So I am surprised. Like, what do you mean? That's a
Mm-hmm.
Florida thing.
That's a Florida thing.
That's a Florida thing.
Now, you've been on Jungle Cruise, right, Lynn?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, good. I was really
I gotta
concerned.
say, I actually really did not like Jungle Cruise. Cause like the first time I've ever went on Jungle Cruise, hold on. First time I ever went on Jungle Cruise, it was probably about like 17. I went on a family trip and I was very edgy teen and I was like, this shit is stupid. And then I did it in May of last year actually. And I was like, you know what? I like this. And I've liked it ever since.
Okay, I'm happy with that growth.
Like for me, I would probably say it's a a in between good and great ride for me personally, but I know you like it, so we can keep it in that
I'm gonna
S.
trump you. I'm wearing the
Yeah,
shirt. I'm gonna trump you no matter what.
yeah. I didn't get the memo to wear the shirt, or else I would have been like, oh yeah.
My bad. I didn't know there's a dress code for these episodes.
Yeah, neither did I. It's okay.
Next on the list we have Pirates of the Caribbean.
Ooh,
This is another one that I'm like, you can't not go wrong with it. And I feel like if you go to Magic without going on this, you kind of missed out.
yeah.
Because you get AC, you get
It's so
just
cold.
entertainment, and you get enough thrill to get you excited.
Hmm. I would say that one's probably S tier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can take that full force. I actually had a bad experience
Oh,
on it, but it kind
oh,
of made it more memorable because it's funny looking back.
yeah.
They the ride shut down for whatever reason, and it was
Hmm.
right before the waterfall, so you're right next to a skeleton with the broken boat, you know, that
Yep.
section.
Yep.
And then there's also the skull and crossbones that takes your picture.
Mm.
So he kept talking, and I kept seeing the skeleton move, and little Brayden was completely terrified,
Oh.
and he like hid in his mom's arms or his sister's arms. I forget what I did. I hid.
Mhm.
That's the
Oh.
important part. And they evac'd us, and I went backstage, obviously, and then got off the ride. I just remember being scared of that damn pirate. But then the next
Dang.
time I went to Disney, I think I forgot that happened. And then when I left Disney, I was like, oh yeah, I was scared of that,
It's
but
like,
I don't
ah, that
remember it.
happened.
Oh yeah, that trauma of the skeleton.
It unlocked that memory.
I actually didn't get to ride the next one. I got to ride the precursor. So we got Bayou's Adventure because that's what's currently there. But I have done Splash Mountain, obviously. Lynn, please tell me you've done Splash Mountain.
Oh, I have. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Have you done Bayou?
I haven't. I want to go to Magic Kingdom next weekend and do it if I can.
That'd be good.
I know.
Okay, I think whatever we say splash is, we'll just say Bayou's the
Yeah.
same because it's very obvious. Everyone knows that the ride track didn't change in the
Just the
like major
theming.
senses. So what what is your thoughts on Splash then? Because I know it's also a little controversial, like the characters.
Yeah. I loved the aspect of it. It was kind of more of a like less IP theming, if that makes sense. Like it was more from like an original
Mm-hmm.
idea. Like the source material, obviously not the best.
No.
Um, but I don't know. I definitely really like Splash Mountain. Like I think the characters were cute and the songs were catchy. Um, I don't know. I liked it. It was a good thrill water ride, and I feel like Magic Kingdom needs more water-based rides,
Mm-hmm.
especially since it's so hot. But for me, I'd
Yeah.
probably rate this one a great ride, and I've seen videos of Tiana's, not all the way through, but I'm a little bit disappointed that it takes place after the movie. I wanted the Dr. Facilier drop. Like, are you ready? Like, I
That would
think
have
that would
been
have been
absolutely golden.
awesome. But the animatronics look great.
Hmm.
I love Princess and the Frog, one of my favorite movies, so I bet it's a great ride too, but I don't know, I haven't ridden it yet.
Yeah. Maybe we should put that at good because it kind of didn't meet your expectation. So we'll
Yeah.
we'll bump it a little lower.
I mean, I don't know, like it meets my expectations and like it looks awesome, but
Well, if it
I don't
meets
know.
your
I
expectations,
just
is good. I think if it had Dr. Facilier, you would have put it at great.
yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
Now that song's gonna be
Uh,
stuck in my head.
my bad. Next one is not something I enjoy in the slightest. Um, the sounds and the track and just like the machinery. Same with you with your animatronics.
Mhm.
Big Thunder Mountain. I don't. It gives me a headache. I am an old man. I'm an old fart. For years now, every time I go on it, if I go with my family, I just say like I have a headache. I say like I didn't enjoy that. And I love the thrill because I like that you just sort of slide side to side. I think that's kind
Yeah.
of fun. It's kind of like old fashioned, but I don't think it's a good ride. I think the one in Disneyland Paris is far better.
Have you done that one?
No. But
Oh.
I've seen videos and it looks great.
Oh,
That's
I
that's what
haven't.
I'm basing it off of. If I saw a
I
video of Big Thunder, I'd be like, yeah, that's a thrill ride. But now I have the experience of no, it's outdated machinery and it's just like noisy. And especially inside of those cave systems, you're just like it's beaming off of every wall, just echoing.
yeah. I haven't done the one in Anaheim, but I'm going soon, so I'm excited to try that one. But at least for ours, I don't like it because it there's like you think there's going to be a big drop and there's not. And I just feel so dissatisfied when I get off the ride. Like, where is the
Yeah, for
drop?
sure. It's just not there.
No, it's not. And I don't know. I also have some bad memories attached to that one, so
Oh, what's your bad memories with it? Do tell.
I can't.
Is it embarrassing?
Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing. I'll tell you after, but
All right, that's fair. That's fair. So what are we not a fan? Are you
for me
you
personally, I might ride, but it sounds like we're more so in the not a fan boat, so we'll put it in not a fan boat.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah,
Coming back to Country Bear, I have not gone on this at all. This is my first
really.
counter of not done it. Yeah. I feel
Oh,
like every
wow.
time I do a park day, I say to myself, I might go, and then I just never do.
They changed it too.
But I heard it's good. The change is good.
Not to me. They play that song
No?
from Zootopia I don't like, so that
Oh
automatically
yeah.
is F.
I
F.
forgot I forgot Lynn's a registered Shakira hater.
I don't really like Shakira. I don't know. I like maybe one or two songs, but
But she kind of takes it away for you for that show.
Yeah, why are we gonna put a Zootopia song in Country Bears? It's kind of weird. And I love Zootopia.
Well, they're gonna be putting Zootopia at Animal Kingdom,
Oh, I know.
so you almost wonder, are they gonna change Country Bear again when that happens so that they don't
No,
have reoccurring IP?
no,
You don't think
I
so?
don't think, no, I don't think they will.
Damn.
But I know you and I, opening day, we're gonna rope drop
Oh yeah.
Zootopia.
I'm actually excited because
I'm
I
excited.
absolutely hate Bugs Life or Tough to Be a Bug. I like the movie. I do not like that damn show.
I had to close my eyes.
Those spiders come out of nowhere. I no thanks.
Sometimes the spider subreddit comes on like my suggested. I'm like, please don't ever show me this.
Wait, is this for people with a phobia or people that like post photos of spiders?
They post photos of them. And like sometimes I
Ah.
see them, I'm like, no,
Nuh-uh. There should
no,
be a block option, a ignore
blocked.
option. Okay, next, which will be leaving in the near future for the expansion of the Cars area from the D23 that just happened this year. We have Tom Sawyer's Island. I have not been there sorry, the first
Oh,
time I went there was 2022. I don't think I ever went. And if I did as a kid, I have not a single photo memory of it. So,
interesting.
so when I went, I was like, it's really cool. Like, I feel like it's a very natural, wild space. But then you get to the animatronics in that wooden fort, and you're kind of just like, what is happening right now? I thought this was like the wilderness.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
mean, I don't have any recollection of it either from being a kid. I probably went the first time on my college program, which was 2021. I like how peaceful and quiet it is, but I have to say, I, a grown woman, was afraid to go in the tunnels, like the mines, and I finally did
Oh,
it.
I
And
didn't.
like,
What is it like?
it's like a tight enclosed space in the dark,
Hmm.
and because you're just outside, your eyes don't adjust very well, and I was like
Oh,
scared like something's gonna pop out, but there's like nothing in
that's
there.
what I thought too. I was like, something's gonna.
I was scared. I was like, is this Halloween Horror Nights
Hmm.
all year round? I will say I am gonna miss the barrels they had that you can walk across because I felt like I was gonna slip into the
Oh,
water like at that.
that's fun.
I know.
Yeah.
And then every time I've been since, I've only done it once because every time I've been since, it's been closed.
Hmm. Well, isn't the issue right now with that like man-made pond thing?
I
It's
think
just
so.
it's like Gator Country. Like they just have all these babies that'll start coming up the small shorelines, and they'll have to like
There has to be a bunch of
get
gators.
animal control
Control.
down there.
Yeah.
Reedy Creek.
Pretty Creek. I got yelled at one time for being on FaceTime with my brother at Epcot while they were trying to contain a bird.
Why is that your
They're,
fault though?
I don't know. They thought I was recording it, and they're like, "You can't record this." And I was like, "I'm not recording. I'm
Was this
FaceTiming."
backstage?
No, this was on stage as a guest. It was at
Oh,
America
you were a
Pavilion.
guest.
Yeah,
What?
I
They can't
wasn't
just
even.
say they can't just say to you no.
I wasn't even working for them at the time. I was just on stage in America, like you know where the Sam Eagle barbecue place is?
Regal Eagle, yeah.
Yeah. Someone was
You were
like
just
trying
in
to
there?
feed them. Yeah, someone was trying to feed them like the thing or whatever, and they were trying
Oh.
to trap the bird. And I was on like FaceTime with my brother, and I did turn around the camera and be like, "Oh, look at this, kind of crazy." And they're like, "Are you recording?" I'm like, "No, I'm on FaceTime." And they're like, "Well, you can't record." I was like,
You just said
"Okay,
you were on FaceTime. Like, calm
yeah."
down. I think
I
that
don't
person
know.
was on a power trip. That's
Yeah,
something else.
but when I think of animal control on Disney property, I think of that.
I didn't see it firsthand. Oh no, I did see this firsthand, but not the other thing. I saw firsthand a bunch of bats during a on stage during the
Oh
parade
wow.
for Mickey's Not So Scary the summer that we just had.
Okay.
And and they're flying around, and just from the distance you can't tell if they're on a string and they're like being flapped on the
Yeah.
tree so that it mimics what a bat's movement would be like.
Right.
But then after I took a closer look at them, I was like, no, I think that is a bat. And I think
That's
what
crazy.
happened was they have enclosures near Disney,
Mhm.
and one of them got out or something like that. And then a couple days later, I hear word on like Disney news channels, like not news channels, like gossip channels, like those third
Yeah.
parties, and they're like a bat got into the Tron ride and bit a woman on the ride, which is even
Wait,
scarier.
I think I remember reading that.
That's insane. That is the last
Man.
thing. Like you can think of the worst things at your Disney trip in Florida.
Yeah.
You know, someone in the family gets heat stroke. Someone gets sick because there's so many people coming from so many different countries and areas of the states. Um, you lose something that's important to you. I don't know. You get food poisoning, but I don't know
Bed
how common that
bugs.
would be. Oh, but I'd hope not. No, but then I got bit by a bat. That's not on anyone's bingo card. No one
Yeah,
expects that.
and like then you have to worry about rabies.
Eh, yeah, that's
Ooh.
even worse.
Yeah.
So what are we thinking for Tom Sawyer? Are we thinking are we not a fan?
I mean, I mean
I I
I gotta say not a fan. Like it's not something I might ride. Like I gotta
yeah.
say there's probably like a 1 in 10 chance I would actually do it. And it doesn't
No,
mean
I
like I'm
agree.
not a fan of the area. It's just there's nothing to do there
Yeah.
except
It's
go in
like
those
it's also
scary
dying down.
tunnels.
They
Yeah.
they had a quick service and it hasn't reopened since COVID happened. It's been
Yeah, it's
5
been
years and they just kept it closed.
mhm.
All right. Um time to time to salute the United States of America. We have the Hall of Presidents.
All the
Lindsay
presidents.
Lindsay, please inform us of the importance of going to the Hall of Presidents.
Air conditioning. I'm not gonna lie, air conditioning. I went before, like I've done it twice, maybe 3 times, and I have to say it is so. Maybe it's just me. I just get so anxious in there when they call out the different presidents. I just like, oh my god, what's
Why?
gonna happen? I don't know if people are gonna be arguing or like shouting things. It's gonna be a quick time, but the Donald, the Donald, the Donald
The
Trump
Donald.
animatronic. Like,
What?
is that
Is
not
this real?
creepy? Yes. And like, there's a theory that like
Oh yeah, it was
everyone
supposed to be
thought
Hillary
Hillary.
Clinton.
Yeah,
I see it though.
me too.
Because
I
if it
got
was Donald, like look at my
the
thing is the
hair.
cheekbones.
Yeah, the
The hair,
cheekbones.
the hair they could have improvised last minute.
Yeah,
I want to say the eyebrows because it looks like Hillary's are lower, but then Trump's are a bit higher.
yeah.
The
I don't
chin
know. Like,
almost looks right.
if you could not pay me no amount of money to stay there overnight, I would be terrified if those things came to life.
Oh yeah, isn't that wasn't that a Disney book novel? Not maybe I don't know if it was by Disney, but it was one of those
Oh,
ones.
wasn't it by
Disney
the
After
guy?
Dark.
I think so. Wasn't it by the guy who
You got this. You
Can
got
you
this.
just edit like a little circle above my head? The guy who did Percy Jackson, Rick Riordan, I
But what is the
think.
name of the book? Disney After
It
Dark?
was no, it was like Disney something. I've never read them, but I always wanted to. No, Disney After Hours is the thing. Yeah, Disney.
Kingdom Keepers,
Kingdom
Disney After Dark?
Keepers.
Okay, who wrote doing a little research for this podcast? Kingdom Keepers,
I might go to the
Disney.
library tomorrow and see if I could. Oh, Ridley Pearson. What did he
Okay.
write?
Okay. We're
Oh, I
getting
guess he just
somewhere. We're
wrote
getting somewhere.
Kingdom Keepers.
Oh wait. Oh no, those are also Kingdom Keepers. He did a lot of them. Oh my goodness. He
Yeah,
was like pumping out these books. Okay, so who wrote Percy Jackson?
Rick Riordan.
I don't like that a recommended search was Percy Jackson, and I've never
They
searched up Ricky. I've never searched up Percy
Ricky.
Jackson. Rick Riordan. Riordan.
Those books were my jam back in the day.
I should have read them. I feel. Oh, those would be. Why isn't Disney partnered with that guy for a movie series or a show?
They do have a
It.
show on Disney Plus.
You're messing with me.
No, I'm for real.
Kingdom Keepers.
Oh, not Kingdom
Seer.
Keepers. I thought you meant Percy Jackson.
No. Because think of.
I
I
wish
feel
they
like
had one.
Disney people would really enjoy the like almost horror aspect of what if a theme park came to life? Because
Yeah,
this isn't the whole thing like they go on pirates and it's actual pirates.
I
They go
think
on
so.
Haunted Mansion and it's literal ghosts.
I mean, I've never read the book, but that seems like a cool premise. But
Hmm. Whatever the premise of Kingdom Keepers is, that should
it
be turned
seems
into a
epic.
series.
It seems epic. Like,
Mhm.
this kind of, that premise almost reminds me of the Goosebumps Welcome to Horrorland episode where, like, they go and, like, it's creepy and.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. But not as magical.
Yeah, he's never seen it, so he's
No.
just agreeing.
Yeah. I have
We
not.
we love supportive podcast
Supportive male
co-host.
exactly. Supportive male co-hosts. The Joe Biden one actually looks like Joe Biden though.
Yeah,
Like you put that next to that,
yeah.
it's him.
Wait, where's the Obama one? Because I know, like, the recent ones look really accurate.
Oh, that's poor lighting. Hold on. That's Obama,
Yeah, that's
I
Obama.
think. I think. I
With,
think
like, the
the
older.
eye I
Oh,
think no,
well,
the lips are too much. This is scary. That's a scary frame.
can you imagine that running at you 100 miles per hour? Like, I'm gonna get you. I'd be
Who you voting for? Who
terrified.
you voting for? God.
I can't.
Okay,
Um,
I think we should avoid writing this.
I
If we have the
agree.
opportunity, we should avoid writing this.
I agree.
Whew. Hold on, give me one sec. I think I bumped a wire. I gotta check my setup right now.
Oh, okay.
We're just gonna cut to just Lindsay.
Hey guys, how's your day going? What's up? The sky outside looks so weird right now, like it's gonna rain or something. It's like a sunset, but with rain clouds.
Typical Florida weather. It's
Yeah,
just never
pretty
one
much.
thing.
I saw a snake on my walk today.
Like
It's pretty.
a what kind of snake we talking? Like a
It was
normal
just.
Florida snake?
Yeah, it was like a black racer snake. They're like harmless, but they'll chase you.
Hmm. Who you voting for? Who you voting for?
Oh my god, stop! That animatronic is gonna be in my dreams.
Okay,
I'm scared.
let's move away from the Hall of Presidents
Okay.
and let's talk about the Haunted Mansion.
Ooh.
That that is a great ride. It has
S tier.
AC, S tier, without hesitation.
S tier.
It has everything in my opinion.
Yeah. I actually did a backstage tour on my first program, and I think that the little
Oh,
hints they.
wait.
What? No, it's not. It's not. It's not backstage information. I'm giving you on stage information.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
got
the
worried.
back. Yeah, no, don't worry. I don't want the mouse coming after us.
Mm-mm.
When you go into the attic, it shows you the pictures of each of the husbands that the
Mm-hmm.
bride had. Well,
Mm-hmm.
the props in front of them tell you what happened to them. So when you first enter the attic, the wine glasses, like once tipped over. That's because he was
Poison?
poisoned.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And then before you go, like over here to your left is the animatronic at the end
Mm-hmm.
where she's like holding a hatchet or whatever. To your
Mm-hmm.
right, there's going to be hat boxes. In those hat boxes, apparently, what the Imagineers wanted to do was say that's where the heads of everyone she's killed are. So I thought that
That's
was pretty cool.
cool.
So I always forget what the other hints are, but I know most of them were beheaded.
I think they're all beheaded. I think that's the
Yeah.
whole thing.
I know the first
She
one
would
was
poison.
poisoned.
No, but I bet she poisoned him and then cut his head off.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Not a good idea,
Mm-hmm.
but that's a good theory.
Yeah, Lynn.
Yeah, sorry. That's
Hey,
not what
if
I meant.
anyone gets offered a glass of wine by Lynn, refuse.
Refuse.
All right. Next on the list, I have Peter Pan's Flight. This one's more sentimental because of I know my dad likes this ride a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it is nice. They recently updated the Native American section. I know.
Yep.
They didn't make any announcement. They did it very low key, which was surprising. But I think it's good though that they took away from that more or less racist, depiction of
Yeah.
Native Americans. Um,
I would say,
but it's not like over the top. I think it's a good ride if you need AC.
yeah, I think it's a good ride. The only things that turned me off from doing it is
Hmm.
it's a very long line, very long wait, and
Hmm.
two, it's a very short
You're su-
short ride.
you're surprised how many people want to ride it. In all
Yeah,
honesty, you like yeah,
yeah.
it's a great ride, but it's surprising.
When I went to the
Okay,
parks when it reopened, let me tell you, it was a walk on. I miss that.
wow, yeah, the good old days.
I know.
Here's a weird one. It's a small world.
A,
So I feel like
great.
you think it's great.
Well, yeah, I think it's great. I will say the Disneyland one, S tier.
I'm gonna give you this one because just because like it's great
Hmm.
to ride, but I feel like I don't know. I
I've
just
waited
it's just
I waited
okay.
45 minutes one time for it.
That's insane. I would
I like
never.
it. I like it.
The carousel. I don't really go out of my way to ride this, but I know it's a classic, so I might ride it
I've
if I
been
have
on it
time.
when I was a kid, but I would say
What
might
do
ride.
you say? Might ride? Okay.
Yeah, I say might ride. I might go ride it next
Hmm.
weekend for fun.
Ooh, let's go. Okay, Fill Her Magic. I think is a great idea and great like visuals and the animatronics they use. I
Yeah,
think it's fun the updates they added because they put in uh
Coco.
Coco, yeah. But I feel like the entire time I'm watching the show, I'm doing this and like I'm hurting my neck sitting in
Hmm.
those chairs, and then like randomly you get splashed every now and then. So I feel like if the seats were better or if the stage was further back, I'd
Yeah.
like it. I'd like it more.
And then I
So
also think
it
because you're
would be
looking,
great. It would be great, but it's good in my opinion.
yeah, I agree. And I think because you're looking up when that end scene happens where you have to turn around to
Yeah.
see Donald, it's very like disorienting. You're like, where
Yeah.
am I?
Yeah, you're like what part of the world am I facing right now?
Yeah.
Mhm. Next, I have some info about it too that I only learned yesterday.
Ooh.
So we have Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which is great. I think it's a lot of fun. I think the it actually has those ups and downs that Big Thunder Mountain doesn't have that you mentioned.
Yep.
But did you know that before Seven Dwarfs, the area that it uses was used for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea?
I know that was a ride there, but I didn't know exactly where it was located.
It was there, yeah. But
Yeah.
it was like it was a while ago. It was 71 to 94.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, or was it further back? Oh no. Oh, there's a
Yeah.
few.
It
Oh, I
was
see.
replaced.
So Ariel's Grotto got moved back, and then there's whatever this is, and then this. Okay.
Pooh's Playful Spot was like a Winnie the Pooh themed playground.
Yeah, so it's like the little kid spot. So I
Yeah.
guess that's what the circus is at this point.
Hmm.
Interesting.
My favorite fact about that ride too is they did have real life mermaids sitting on the rocks. Is either there or Disneyland.
I think it would have been both if anything, but it would have been
Yeah.
Disneyland first.
Yeah.
Hmm. I think Seven Dwarfs is good though. I
It's
I
good.
do I do like it. I won't ride it unless I have Lightning Lane. I'll say that. There's no
Yeah.
way I'm standing in those lineups.
It's crazy.
So what do we I'm stuck between A through C.
Me too. To me, it's too short to be a great ride. Like the theming in the queue, amazing.
Oh
And
yeah.
I love just how colorful and bright it is. So I would have to say it's a good ride.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a good ride.
Yeah, if it was a longer ride, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Did you oh, what it was one of the Asian parks or Asia parks. Did you see it was like a Frozen themed ride and there was a
Hmm.
lot of hype and a lot of excitement for it and then
Yeah.
someone did an on video recording or an on ride recording
Yeah.
and it was essentially one hill, a couple drops and then it ended. That was it.
Oh, I would be really disappointed.
All that
Really
hype for
disappointed.
the equivalent of the Little Goobers ride on SpongeBob.
Wait, I remember that.
That's what it was essentially. Close to Seven Dwarfs is Ariel. I will only ride it if it's walk on. Because similar to Seven Dwarfs, I don't want to
Mhm.
stand in those lineups. It's designed that you must go through all of these ins and outs and ups and downs. I feel like they
Yeah.
should have made these switch bars where moved they could have moved a bar that
Mhm.
instead of going like this, it cut off, so you just went straight ahead. They
Yeah.
didn't do that from what I see. It's also just leaking. Like the entire thing is full of water.
Ew,
So
really?
yeah, I was at
I've
a
never noticed.
what are they called? I was at an after hours party the summer, actually the summer we're in.
Yeah.
And so obviously everything's walk on, so we went through the
Mhm.
lightning lane section and it there was just puddles everywhere, and I said to my friend, I was like, dude, why is there so much water? He goes, oh, there's just cracks. It just has that. I was like, that's
Ew.
not normal to just have.
Yeah, I was gonna
Like
ask, was it like after fireworks though? Because I know in that area they do run sprinklers for any
even
stray fireworks.
even still, you shouldn't have like inside the grove
Yeah,
on the ground water dripping from the ceiling.
that's true.
Like that's the issue. So like I might write it.
I, for me personally, I think it's like a good ride, but I will say the reason what's preventing me from putting it in the good ride category, the
Oh,
animatronics. The animatronics.
do you hear the animatronics?
No, 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 not because I hear them, because of how
Mm-hmm.
they look.
Oh,
Like the
isn't
aerial
which
one, like where
one
she's
of them is
like,
cross-eyed?
I think so.
I can't do that. No, but one of them is cross-eyed. I know
Oh,
that for a
really?
fact. Hmm.
Is it like in the big under the sea room?
It's when she's doing,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you know the
I
one.
don't like that. I don't like
She has
that one.
she has a stick in her back that you can so easily see.
Uh, I will say the Ursula one, Chef's
Oh,
Kiss, that was pretty
she is
epic.
phenomenally made. It's so funny that
Yeah.
the Ariel and the Prince Charming one or whatever his name is, Prince
Prince
Eric,
Eric.
Prince Eric, they look dopey, and then the villain, it's just like Chef's Kiss,
And then you have King
immaculate.
Triton who looks Dilfy.
Wow, wow, I
What?
did not expect that from you today.
So sorry.
Ooh.
Well, we're talking about animatronics that look bad and that
Mm-hmm,
look
mm-hmm,
good.
mm-hmm. We're gonna move on now
All right, let's move
From
on.
Delphi. We're gonna talk about Barnstormer. I don't go on this often because I don't go to the circus, but I'm putting it in a great ride section
Yep,
because it is actually a lot of fun.
it's
Like
so much
shockingly,
fun.
I think it's one of the faster rides at Disney.
Yeah, that was one of my first roller coasters. That
Really?
and Woody Woodpecker at Universal. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. It's a good
Hmm.
ride.
Hmm. The far better version of Aladdin, the original as well.
Dumbo.
Dumbo. This is good. I would call it
Yeah.
great because of the new indoor section. I think it's cute
Mhm.
too that they made it that there's a playground so the
Mhm.
parents can sit and the kids can get their energy out.
Yeah,
I think they did a good thing when they made that.
I know. It's really
They did a great
nice.
thing. Sorry, they did a
Yeah.
great thing. Winnie the Pooh. Why is it like just nightmare fuel at one point?
Oh, the heffalumps?
Yeah, Heffalump and Woozers
Woozles.
are very confusal.
I have a very big fear of those things actually, because I used to watch the movie when I was a kid, and like I just never got over my fear.
The only memory I have of Winnie the Pooh like movies or shows or whatever, actually I
Mhm.
have two. One of them is when the show was these big costume characters, like there was a full person in them. It
Okay.
wasn't drawn. Do you not know the one I'm talking about?
Look it up so I can hopefully ring a bell. I I know there was one that kind of opened with puppets, like it was a show,
Um,
TV show
was
maybe, or was it a movie?
Welcome to Pooh Corner?
Pooh
No,
Corner.
this is so awkward to find. Full size. What are those called? Mascot?
Yeah. But it also might, I don't know. I know there was like a puppet show or like a
Oh, is it?
musical.
No, that's not it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
that's the
think
musical.
Welcome to Pooh Corner. Is this as well? Welcome to Pooh Corner? Who's pooing in the corner? No, this is too old school.
Oh, that
Damn.
Pooh has seen some things. Like, all right. Would you
Oh,
rather have this run at you
or
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 the
the Hall
Donald
of
Trump
President Donald Trump
animatronic?
animatronic. I think the no, I think this one. I think the Donald Trump one would actually terrify me.
Yeah.
So I have that memory, and then the other memory I have, not that. Sorry, not that. What I have a memory of is a show similar to that, but it was more modern. It was like 2000
Okay.
era, just like a VHS of some sort. And then the other one I have a memory of is what is it?
I'm
It
trying.
was I think the Halloween special where there's a
Okay.
baby Heffalump, and he's a friend with Pooh and all their
Oh my
friends.
gosh.
But I think it's right there. It's right there.
Yeah.
This one.
Yes, Heffalump Halloween.
This was such a cute movie
And his
too.
name
Can I
was
say
Lumpy.
his name was Lumpy?
Yeah, celebrate Lumpy's first Halloween.
I love that. But then, in terms of the nightmare fuel in Winnie the Pooh, I find it
Mhm.
so funny too because isn't Heffalump supposed to be nightmares? Isn't that the like metaphor for them?
I think so. I know there's a song. It's like Heffalump and
Da,
Whistles.
da, 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 da.
But I'm not allowed to sing on this
Yeah.
podcast anymore, so
To be clear, we have Lynn and I have established three rules, and one of them is singing because I know that
I like
YouTube
to
is very
sing.
strict with their copyright strikes. Like even if you
Yeah.
hum a song, you could get hit with a
Hmm.
strike. Um,
Look up the
what do you have?
lyrics.
No,
Oh,
because
we
then
can't
that's
look up
also a cop.
lyrics?
I don't know if it'll count as a copyright strike because we'll be
Oh,
singing them.
I'm not
Heffalumps
gonna
and woozles
sing.
love honey and also want to eat it to the point of being willing to steal it. In fact, they turn out to be Tigger slang for elephants and weasels.
Ooh, I knew
So it's a
heffalumps were elephants, but I didn't know woozles were weasels.
I never made that connection either. What is the meaning of a heffalump? An elephant or a no, no, but you know how like the other ones represent ADHD, OCD, anxiety, depression.
Oh, that theory?
And I take that theory full hearted. It's
It
accurate.
makes it makes sense, but I don't really know. I never really like whenever I've discussed that theory, I've never really considered what heffalumps and woozles would be. Maybe greed,
I can
because they're
take
trying
that.
to steal the honey.
hmm Or phobias, because they are like
Yeah,
so afraid of them.
that makes sense.
But for Winnie the Pooh, I think it's a good ride.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I don't go out of my way to ride it, but I think it's good.
Yeah. I do think they need to update the heffalumps and woozles scene though, because it's so dirty. Because it's like the blacklight paint.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
it looks really aging.
They should give it a nice dusting.
Yeah,
Uh, I don't have much to say about Mad Tea Party, but I'm just not a fan of it.
makes sense.
I
I'm
also
someone
don't
who
have
might
much about
write it.
yeah. So
Yeah.
you might ride it.
Yeah, but if you're not a fan, we can put not a fan.
I'm not a fan. It's just that
Right.
I don't ride it. I might
Okay.
ride it. So you actually bring up a good point. I don't have much to say about Speedway besides the fact that I will avoid riding it because I just smell diesel the entire time I walk by it.
Yeah. I just don't like how loud it is, but I do like it. Like it's
hmm
a might ride for me, depending on how long.
hmm Now, Space Mountain is a great ride at Disneyland. It is a good ride at Disney World. I
Yes.
have ridden both of them, and it is impressive how the one in Disneyland is so much smoother, nicer movement. Like the track feels
Hmm.
better. Like it is just better at Disneyland, unfortunately.
I get anxious getting out of the carts on worlds because they're always
Because you think you're gonna
like,
fall out.
well, yeah, it's like so low to the ground, and they're kind of like, come on, let's go. And I'm like,
hmm I can't believe they took out the human conveyor belt too. That was the best part.
Oh, that was so good. I love that.
Hmm. I think Tron. Oh, sorry. Moving on to Tron. I think it can. I think it could be better to be flawless. I think it could be
Hmm.
a little longer, and I don't know, maybe some adjustment to the cycle because I feel like everyone is doing this
Yeah.
and like it starts to hurt. And then if you
Strain.
look down, you're not seeing anything because you're just in the bike.
Yeah.
So
For me,
I think
it's
they
a
could have
might
made some.
ride.
It's a might ride that low?
Yeah. I've only done it once, but
No, I
it's a
think
lot
it's. I
of,
think it's so fast. It's so good.
it's pretty fun.
Should we meet in the middle? Can
Yeah.
we put good?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Good.
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 Um, I guess this is also a third copy of Dumbo after Aladdin.
Hmm.
I actually don't know the name of this one, but like the
Astro Orbiters?
yes, the
I
Astro Orbiters.
love Astro Orbiters.
Would you say it's as good as Dumbo?
I wouldn't say, like, for me, it's honestly like a might ride.
Whoa, okay.
Like, it's not something I choose to do all the time. Like, it is a good ride, but it's not
Hmm.
something like I go out of my way for. Because, again, like, the lines are long, but I love how it's on top of that building, so you can
Uh-huh.
see from a higher,
Everything.
yeah, vantage point than you can
Hmm.
on Dumbo.
I think it's the highest point of anything outdoors at Disney World or at Magic Kingdom.
Hmm. Definitely Magic Kingdom. I want to say Tower is probably the highest.
Hmm. I'll say it's a very intimate ride because you are like behind someone or in front of
Oh,
someone.
yeah,
So you're just like holding on to one another. You're
I
just
know.
you're just up there soaring. Um,
S-
because
I was gonna
Dumbo's
start
side by
singing.
side and Aladdin is side by side.
Yeah,
So what do we say? Are we thinking it's a good ride,
I'd
or do you
say it's
think it's?
a good ride.
Hmm. Yeah, I think the ride bodies need a little bit of improvements. I love
Yeah.
the design of the planets, though. I just
Oh,
think
the
the
retro
bodies.
futurism.
I love retrofuturism. I think that's why Tomorrowland is such a well-made area. But I think
Agreed.
the bodies that you sit in, they need to be torn out and new ones put in, but keep
Hmm.
the retrofuturism.
Yep.
Another classic, another whole batch of animatronics is Carousel of Progress.
For me, S tier.
Ooh,
I
I'm not going to
love.
argue that because I don't ride it as often.
I
I'll put it
will.
up there.
I will say they need to update the future scene because the technology
Hmm.
they have in there is like very outdated. But I think that's another issue too. Is we as a society are updating our technology so frequently now compared to like we did that I think it's
Hmm.
hard to keep up for that scene.
But I think as well, if you update it, you're not talking about this family in the
Yeah,
ride. You're talking about a new family because
that's
this
true.
family is based off of one period of time, which
Yeah,
was specific to when the ride opened. I get what
yeah.
you're saying though. I also saw this thing, slight theory, that the house that they're in
Hmm.
is the inside of the house that you go by in Living with the Land at Epcot.
The farmhouse?
Yeah. Yeah, you
Interesting.
know how it's like you look at bisons and stuff, and then you have a dog yapping the whole time? Because I think the
Yeah,
dog is the same breed as the dog in this. I think that's what it is.
interesting.
Uh-huh. Following up on the list of Tomorrowland, though, because I see we're
Yeah,
getting near an hour. We're
I
definitely going to be
know.
over an hour, but we just got to deal
Oops.
with it at this point. Oh no, it's fine. We're yapping. This
Yeah,
is Lynn and Braden's time. This is the yap
exactly.
session. We're gonna talk about Buzz Lightyear, and we're gonna put
Ooh.
it at C, because they need to fix the laser pointer.
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
that's all it is. And there's so many times I'm hitting a target. I know for a fact it's my laser. I know it is hitting it,
Hmm.
and I see my thing go up by 0.
Yeah.
Give me my damn points. I want to be a what is it? Cosmic Defender.
Uh, I earned it once. Oh my gosh, what is it? It's like Galaxy Goddess or something like that.
That's pretty sexist of you. I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry.
No, that's Astro Blaster.
uh, no, Astro Blaster is the one in Disneyland. Um,
Are we stupid? Why can't... Oh, oh, oh!
oh,
It's this
what?
Galactic Hero.
Yeah, Galactic Hero.
It's just not. It's not that good. I'm sorry.
If the ride ever goes down though and you're stuck in one spot, that's how I was able to do it. Like
I think that's. I
call it
think
cheating,
yeah.
but
Call it cheating, but also it's just it's what
skill.
happens. It's called
Yeah.
skill. Get better. Laugh floor, laughing. Not as many laughs as Jungle Cruise, but we're laughing with
I'd
Mike
say
Wazowski.
might
I've
ride.
You might ride it.
Yeah, like that's my issue with between good ride and might ride is like I might ride it, but it's not like something I do every visit.
So it's a good, but you think it's a good ride then?
Oh, I love it. The theming,
Hmm. I think that
it's incredible.
the people working, if they know what they're doing, they can make it the most hilarious 10 to
Hilarious.
15 minutes of your life.
Yeah,
So, oh wait, okay, so I think though,
I'd say.
it's a little cheesy from time to time, so that's why I'm not going to
Yeah,
say it's great. I'm going to keep it at
that's
good, like
true.
you said.
I love texting in the jokes.
Yeah, I like when they
It's the best.
assign like you're Sully, you're Boo, you're
Oh
Mike,
yeah.
you're Roz. I think that's
And you're that
hilarious.
guy.
And you're that guy. When I went when I went recently, they had someone that was the churro guy, and everyone said, "Make sure to look for that guy, and he'll buy you a churro." And we all like cheered him on. It was so good. Two left. One of them doesn't exist though.
F.
Oh, Stitch.
Yeah.
Damn, you're gonna avoid him,
I
but
listen,
it's Stitch.
I'm okay with Stitch. I don't get like he's like the new minion I fear.
Oh, you did not just compare him to minions.
But I love
Whoa.
minions. But I feel like he's becoming
Wow.
minionized. You know what I mean? Like
No, I don't know what you mean.
all
What?
right. Okay, never mind. But no, I did not like that ride. The hot dog chili breath. Ugh,
I don't even
gag.
remember that. So what? It was like a smell. It was
Yeah,
like
so
aerosol.
basically Stitch burped in your face and like you know how like in PhilharMagic it'll do the water? Instead, it did like the smell of hot dog chili cheese breath. It
Oh,
was disgusting.
if you're having a bad day, that would make someone puke. I can see
Yeah,
people puking because of that.
yeah. I would have loved to experience Alien Encounter though.
Oh, I didn't even. Yeah, I should have added that. But I've never been on Alien Encounters.
Neither have I. But it was like the scariest ride on Disney property.
Magic Kingdom.
I think it was called, yeah, extraterrestrial.
That is like a xenomorph.
Yeah,
Holy crap!
like people are
It
traumatized from
closed.
that.
I would have been a year old if you put me on that ride at 1 years old. I don't think I'd recover emotionally, mentally. What the hell? Oh, I think someone did a
Is there
fan art.
fan art?
Damn, the Alien Encounter fan page is going crazy
I
lately.
know.
If we did have it on the list, it would be at F. Let me just say that.
Yeah,
But
maybe.
but to end it all off, we have People Mover. I think this is great considering you get to sit down. You
Yes.
get AC, but you still get fresh air. So you get a mix
Yes.
of everything. Are we thinking the same thing?
Maybe. I'm thinking S tier.
I'm thinking S tier as
That's what I
well.
love. And I love the future, like
Right.
retrofuturism, like
Mm-hmm.
scenes, like the one where she's getting her hair cut. I
Mm-hmm.
love it.
I like the bratty teen robot who's sleeping in the pod and his dad looks pissed at him like he's wasting away his college
Oh,
tuition.
yeah.
What a like what a timeless, this fucker.
Paging Mr. Tom Morrow.
Morrow, no, paging
Tom
Mr. Morrow, Mr. Tom Morrow.
Morrow.
That is classic.
I love that ride.
I need a name tag that says Tom, and then everyone will know my last name's Morrow.
Mr. Morrow. I
Mr.
would
Morrow.
love to do People Mover during the fireworks. I've heard it's incredible. Like once you do that one part, like where it like
Mm-hmm.
turns, I think that'd be awesome.
But you got to time it so perfectly.
Oh,
You
you
have to
do.
know when the fireworks are at this moment, I need a
Hmm.
board. So you got to really time it. I was going to say Astro Orbiter if they allow people to ride it, because I don't know how that
Ooh.
would work. I think that'd be great.
Well, I
Well,
have plans. I
oh,
gotta figure out if you can go
oh,
on
when you're,
Astro. Yeah,
yes, if you can, that'd be
I'll
awesome.
report
If
back.
not, womp womp,
Womp womp.
womp womp.
Womp.
But but with People Mover on the list, that concludes the entire tier listing. And with
Yay.
us over an hour, that unfortunately comes to the end of this episode.
Yeah.
Um, which is good though, because that means that we very easily yapped for an hour straight talking about Disney rides. So go Lynn and Braden. But I think as well we should call it a night on this episode. So I thank everyone
Yeah.
who did watch this episode. Like I said at the beginning, we are still polishing this off. Lynn
Hmm.
and I are figuring out what works best, and we got a busy life. You know, we're both kind of still in school, kind of still doing jobs, so we don't want to overstress ourselves, but we still want to make content. So please feel free to let us know how this episode was. If you have any requests for episodes, we love to talk about Disney.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. Um, but yeah, we definitely want to talk about the other parks. We'll definitely have to go through all of Epcot, Hollywood, and Animal.
Hmm.
And Lynn, after you do another Disneyland trip, we can have a
Oh yeah.
refresher, and we'll have all the rides fresh in our mind.
Gotta go over that.
Absolutely. But yeah, thank you guys, and take care.
Stay wild.
Stay
Stay
wild.
wild.